What if I told you that by owning fewer possessions, you could actually live a richer, more fulfilling life? It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? But that's the heart of minimalism, a lifestyle choice that's gaining momentum across the globe. Imagine your life with less debt, less dissatisfaction, less distraction, and much more space for growth and happiness. Did you know that the average American home contains over 300,000 items? From clothes we never wear to gadgets we barely use, our lives are cluttered with things that don't add real value. In contrast, research shows that reducing clutter could lower stress and improve our overall quality of life. That's what minimalism is all about, making room to breathe, both physically and mentally. In the following chapters, we'll explore not just the philosophy of minimalism, but also practical ways to implement it. From transforming your living spaces into serene havens to decluttering your digital world, each chapter will guide you through a different aspect of minimalism. Whether you're drawn to the aesthetic appeal of minimalist design or the mental clarity it brings, there's something here for everyone. Ready to simplify your life? Let's dive into the fundamentals of minimalism and discover how less can truly mean more. Chapter 1: Essence of Space, Unraveling the Luxury of Less. Have you ever walked into a room so cluttered that you felt overwhelmed? Now, imagine the opposite, a room that breathes freedom because it's not jam-packed with stuff. That's the essence of minimalism, a design and lifestyle philosophy that champions less is more. Minimalism isn't just a visual style. It's a commitment to removing the unnecessary so what remains adds true value. Think about it. Every empty space in your home is a canvas for creativity and peace. Japanese minimalism, particularly, emphasizes the concept of ma, which refers to the conscious appreciation of the empty spaces between objects. It's not emptiness for the sake of emptiness, but a thoughtful consideration of how space affects your well-being. Statistics from a UCLA study show that clutter directly increases stress levels, particularly in women. When you minimize possessions, you aren't just decluttering physically but mentally too. Your surroundings dictate your internal state more than you might think. So, how do you start appreciating more space? Begin by looking at each item in your room. Ask yourself, does this spark joy? If you've heard this phrase before, it's because Marie Kondo made it famous in her book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Her method isn't just about tidying up, it's about recognizing which possessions make your life truly richer. The trick is to see space as a luxury. In our modern world, where ads constantly push us to buy more, choosing to have less is a radical act. And as architect Ludwig Mies van der Rohe famously said, less is more. This principle isn't just about aesthetics, it's about achieving better quality of life through simplicity. Chapter 2: Mindful Accumulation, Choosing Quality over Quantity. In a world where consumerism is the norm, adopting a minimalist approach can be transformative. Mindful accumulation is about shifting focus from quantity to quality. It's not how many things you own, it's about how much value each item adds to your life. One key strategy is to invest in high-quality items that last longer. The environmental impact of this can be significant. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, Americans throw away an average of 81 pounds of clothing each year. By choosing to buy fewer, better-made garments, you not only reduce waste but also support sustainable practices in the fashion industry. But it's not just about clothes. This principle applies to all aspects of life, from electronics to furniture. Investing in well-made products might cost more upfront, but it saves money and environmental resources in the long run. For instance, a well-built chair can last decades, whereas a cheaper model might need replacing after a few years. Mindful accumulation also means being intentional with your purchases. Before buying something, ask yourself several questions. Do I really need this? Can I afford it without going into debt? Will it add value to my life for years to come? This habit not only curbs impulse buys but also makes you more conscious of the why behind your consumption. Incorporating mindfulness into your purchasing decisions transforms shopping from a mindless activity into a deliberate choice. This can lead to a more satisfying and sustainable lifestyle. As Joshua Becker, author of The More of Less, says, the first step in crafting the life you want is to get rid of everything you don't. By focusing on the luxury of space and the value of mindful accumulation, we can reshape our lives to be more meaningful and less cluttered. What do you think about starting your minimalist journey today? Chapter 3: Digital Detox, the Minimalist Approach to Technology. Do you feel like you're constantly checking your phone or email? You're not alone. Studies suggest that the average person checks their phone 58 times a day. But minimalism can help us take control of our digital lives too. This is called digital detox, and it's all about simplifying how we use technology. Start with your email. How many newsletters are you subscribed to that you never read? Unsubscribe from them. This simple action can drastically reduce the clutter in your inbox and decrease the stress of having unread messages piling up. Next, look at your apps. According to research, the average smartphone user has 80 apps but uses only about 9 daily. Delete the ones you haven't used in the last 6 months. This not only frees up storage space but also makes it easier to navigate your phone. Social media can be a major time sink. Try setting specific times for checking social media and stick to them. Apps like Instagram and Facebook are designed to keep us scrolling, but by limiting the time you spend on them, you can reclaim hours of your day. Remember, every minute you spend scrolling is a minute you could spend doing something more fulfilling. Cal Newport, in his book, Digital Minimalism, suggests a 30-day detox from optional technologies. This doesn't mean quitting the internet but being selective about its use. After the 30 days, reintroduce things only if they bring true value to your life. Chapter 4, The Minimalist Mindset, Cultivating Inner Simplicity. Now, let's turn inward. Minimalism isn't just about clearing out your closet or decluttering your desk. It's also about decluttering your mind. How can we achieve a minimalist mindset? By focusing on what truly matters and letting go of the rest. Start with meditation. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Studies have shown that meditation can reduce stress and improve focus. By clearing your mind regularly, you make room for the things that matter most. Next, practice saying no. This might be hard at first, but it's crucial. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your values or priorities, you say no to something that does. Be selective about how you spend your time and energy. Gratitude is another powerful tool. By focusing on what you have, rather than what you lack, you shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Keep a gratitude journal and write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. This practice can increase happiness and satisfaction with life. Lastly, embrace the concept of less but better. This phrase, coined by Dieter Rams, is at the heart of the minimalist philosophy. It means making the most of your resources and focusing on quality over quantity. Apply this to your commitments, your relationships, and your personal goals. Cultivating a minimalist mindset helps you navigate life with more peace and purpose. Are you ready to try some of these strategies in your own life? Chapter 5, Aesthetic Minimalism, More Than Just White Walls. When people hear minimalism, they often think of stark, white rooms that seem cold and uninviting. But minimalism in design can be much warmer and more colorful than you might expect. It's all about focusing on the essentials but also embracing color, texture, and form in a harmonious way. Start by choosing a neutral base color for your walls. This doesn't always mean white. Soft grays, warm beiges, or even muted blues can serve as a calming backdrop for your living space. From there, you can add splashes of color through artwork or a single accent wall. Texture plays a big role in making a minimalist home feel welcoming. Think about incorporating elements like soft woolen throws, linen curtains, or a plush rug. These pieces add warmth and comfort without cluttering the space. Furniture in a minimalist setting should be both functional and beautiful. Choose pieces that serve a purpose and look good doing it. For instance, a sleek, well-crafted table not only provides a place to dine but also acts as a statement piece in the room. Lighting is another crucial aspect. Good lighting can transform a space. Opt for fixtures that double as art pieces, simple yet striking designs that illuminate the room in style. By using these strategies, you can create a minimalist home that feels both spacious and cozy. As the famous architect Frank Lloyd Wright said, "Form follows function, that has been misunderstood." Form and function should be one, joined in a spiritual union. Chapter 6, Practical Minimalism, Tips for Everyday Living. Practical minimalism is all about applying minimalist principles to your everyday life. It's not just about your physical space, it's about simplifying your daily routines to focus more on what's truly important. Begin with your wardrobe. Adopting a capsule wardrobe where you only keep a limited number of pieces that all mix and match can drastically reduce the time it takes to get dressed in the morning. Plus, it makes laundry days a breeze. In the kitchen, keep only the utensils and appliances you use regularly. How many times have you used that melon baller or bread maker? If they're just collecting dust, it might be time to donate them. Meal prepping is another great minimalist strategy. By planning and preparing your meals ahead of time, you not only save time during the week but also reduce food waste and unnecessary grocery shopping. Lastly, streamline your cleaning supplies. You probably don't need a dozen different cleaners under the sink. Opt for multi-purpose cleaners that can handle most jobs. This reduces the clutter in your storage areas and simplifies your cleaning routine. Applying these practical tips can help you live a more minimalist life every day. Remember, as Marie Kondo suggests, the question of what you want to own is actually the question of how you want to live your life. By integrating these strategies into various aspects of your life, from your home decor to your daily routines, you can enjoy the benefits of minimalism in a very practical, enjoyable way. What's one area you're excited to simplify?